Before we talk about the crackpot, a couple of crackpots, Ross Gerber, Bill Still. Now, notice the last names. Folks, it seems to be inevitable. I'm not like picking people out. Seems to be all the disreputable scammers, bullshit artists seem to have a common thread. Something you might want to take note of. If you don't observe things, if you're not an observant person, you're going to miss a lot on life. You're never going to be good at anything. I can tell you that right now. So what I'm going to do before I talk about these two guys, I'm going to finish up a little bit with Tom Nash. And let's see what I have on him here. Yeah, so I'm not going to show this. You all remember this, of course. Tom is constantly changing the titles of his videos. He's splicing portions out. He's hiding other videos. Of course, he's here to remove this video when I exposed him, when he talks about how nobody talks about PE ratio.
Go and find somebody who's ever worked in the financial industry.
That's me.
An analyst,
That's me.
Somebody who
That's
worked
me.
on the trading floor, anybody with actual trading or investing experience.
Me.
Anybody from Wall Street that you can get a hold of.
That's me.
And ask them, how do you know that somebody's a clown, a buffoon, and is a fake? If they mention PE, this is exactly what it is. If somebody mentions to you PE, that means they've never worked a day in their life on Wall Street or in any sort of investment capacity, because
There you go, folks.
I mean, this is the most ridiculous statement that's possible to be made. This guy's a fraud. And I want you to, and this is, folks, this is what I'm talking about. People, how many people that follow this fucking fraud, scammer, idiot, liar, piece of trash, parasite, how many people that follow him do you think know this? They don't know. That's why you all have to make an archive. You got to make a website and post all this shit where it can't be taken down. Okay? People need to see the history of these motherfuckers. One thing I want you to notice, I've talked about this before. This may not seem like a big deal, but it points to the dishonesty and the manipulatory nature of this scumbag. And that is, I mentioned in his older videos, he always has a picture of Putin in the background. You see that picture there? Because, the whole idea is part of this. Oh, I'm a Russian. No, you're not a Russian. You're from Israel. You're not living in Russia. Okay? But that's his whole thing is like, oh, I'm a Russian guy. If you remember, he made this video back in early 2022. And the video was, he's the smartest guy in the room. He knows everything. You dumb people, you dumb Americans don't know how Putin thinks. Putin's not going to start a war. He's just pretending. And if you all saw the video, he removed the video because he looked like a fucking idiot. Okay? After the war began, after Russia invaded Ukraine, guess what? You don't see the picture of Putin in the background anymore. Now, anybody else notice that? Probably not. If you're not noticing these things, then, you're going to get fucked. You're going to get fucked. It's very simple things to notice. Well, let me show you now another here. Take a look at this. You see that? You see him wear this shirt again? Take a look at the date. September 18, 2021. He's Mr. CCCP, right? Of course, that's the former Soviet Union. But he won't wear it, he won't talk about Russia anymore. This is the type of deceptive piece of trash you're dealing with, folks. These people, they are the same. They are the same ilk. They're the same character. Absolute subhuman, parasitic scumbags. They are dangerous to society. They are absolute pathological liars and sociopaths. And I believe they belong in prison. If I was running the show, these guys would be in jail. This is after the FTX and all the debacle.
Very important
What's Tom have to
warning.
say?
Now look, I'm on my way to the gym. I wasn't even planning to do this video, but
Yeah,
I'm very worried from what
you've never been to the fucking gym a day in your life. You're soft as a typical Israeli soldier.
I see, and I don't want to see people get hurt. Look, this isn't financial advice. Do your own research. You have to do the work yourself. You can't rely on YouTube videos for any investment decisions. You know this better. I'm not a financial advisor. Just a guy with an opinion. Might be wrong, might be inaccurate, blah, 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 all that good stuff. So take it with a grain of salt. But
So here you have Tom. Now he's saying he's just a guy on the internet. Before, he was a 10-year-plus veteran, Wall Street analyst at a top 4 Wall Street firm. You notice, folks? You notice the turnaround now, the flip-flop, all these disclaimers. You see that, folks? Because he's getting sued. And I want to encourage everyone to sue this fucking lying scumbag. He's a fraud. He misstated his credentials. Tom Nash, you never worked as a Wall Street analyst. You're a fucking liar. You claimed that you did for a very, very long time. You did not. You're a liar. You lied about just about every single one of your the points in your credentials. You lied about it. You didn't get an MBA from University of Michigan. You didn't get a law degree from University of Michigan. You lied to these people, these suckers that listen to you. And you cost them a lot of money. You're a fraud. You need to be held accountable. You scumbag. Folks, notice how he's just a guy on YouTube now. Oh, don't disclaimer, disclaimer, disclaimer. And look at this bullshit he added here. This wasn't on his videos before. You see this? You don't accept liability? No. Well, you've got liability, buddy. Folks, you lost money. Listen to this piece of garbage who lied about his credentials. Contact an attorney. Sue his ass.
Do you see that? And
good morning. This is Tom, and let's talk about the.
He makes one video. One video. This should be at the beginning and at the end of each of his videos. Okay? The beginning and end each of his videos. And even still, I mean, this is a guy, he's just a guy on the internet. Don't listen to him. But sign up for his Patreon. And if you want, you can pay him $1,500 per month for one-on-one advice. Think about that. What a fucking fraud. What a piece of trash. Let me show you a few more things here. So this is just one of the example of the scam ads playing on Nash's channel.
With AI yet.
James Altucher. Of course, you can tell by looking at him. Of course, he's related to Tom Nash and Kevin and Graham Stephan and the whole scam crew. By the way, just so happens, coincidence. Altucher, I exposed this guy many years ago. Complete fraudster, scam artist. Another, he's a Jim Cramer guy. Worked for TheStreet.com. Boiler Room. Jim Cramer would peddle on CBC. And of course, this guy, he's just a complete. I mean, he's in the same class as Kevin and Tom. Just fraudsters. They're just defrauding people with horse shit. And you may have seen him a couple of years ago, maybe even recently. He came up with all this crypto crap, all these crypto ads, and he's a crypto genius, so on and so forth. Complete fucking disaster. Okay. And now he's got his AI.
Don't worry. AI is the biggest wealth building opportunity in U.S. history. I'm James Altucher. If you don't already know me, nobody ever believes my predictions when I first make them until they come true. In 2007, I went on CNBC.
True. You're a fraud and a liar. You are a fraud and a liar and an investment disaster. That's why you're spending all your fucking time trying to pitch your investment bullshit to everybody. Oh, I'm a great. Buy my stuff. You're advertising on YouTube. Why? Because you're a loser and a scammer.
Facebook was being valued at $1 billion then. And I said, no, it should be worth $100 billion. They laughed me out of the studio. But then when Facebook IPO'd a few years later and it was valued at $100 billion at the moment of IPO, CNBC had me back on and they actually apologized.
Yeah. So you know what's interesting? Look at this. What's interesting about that? I wrote an article about, I don't know, 14 years ago called The Facebook Pump and Dump. The Facebook Pump and Dump. And I wrote this article and I talked about how Goldman Sachs was creating a pump and dump with Facebook. Okay? They were pumping up the valuation and they were going to dump it. Okay? Another brilliant call by me. I'm the guy that should be on TV interviewed, right? Not this guy. Yeah, I call it. No, I predicted the whole fucking shebang, by the way. Okay? The whole shebang, because you know what happened to Facebook? Within a few months, within 3-4 months, it collapsed by 30% and then 40% within 6 months. 40%. Okay? That was a pump and dump. You got it? A pump and fucking dump. Doesn't look like much. Okay? Doesn't look like much, but take a look at that. You see that? Take a look. This is the pump. $100 billion IPO. So I wrote this article discussing how Goldman, and I talked about this disaster of Facebook and social media. Okay. See that? Anybody could have read this. See that? January 2011. This is stuff I was providing for free. You see that? Where are you going to get this? And I explained it all. I explained the IPO process. Okay, where are you going to get this? This article alone is more insightful than everything on fucking YouTube. I can guarantee you that. Okay, and this is not even like a long article for me. Okay, so I did a follow-up. This is restricted. I'm not logged in, so can't see it. But take a look. And so this was a year and a half later, August 2012. Critical lessons from the Facebook scam, blast from the past. So you can see, after a couple of months, shareholders who fell for the scam already lost $45 billion. As a result of the collapse of share price of more than 50% from the IPO high of $45. Okay? So take a look. Take a look. See that? See that? So I was exactly right. I warned everybody what would happen. I mean, you're not talking about a small. This is a very, this was one of the largest IPOs ever. Maybe at that time could have been the largest. $100 billion, right? Take a look. 45. The IPO was in May 14th, or this is weekly. I don't know the exact date, but let's call it middle of May, right? And then by the end of August, 3 months, it's down to $18. $18. I'm sorry. It's 60% down. I missed it. Sorry. I forgot. Right? At the time I wrote that article, though, it was not quite, 60%. Take a look at that. Do I get any credit for that? No. And it's funny. Let me kind of point this out. This is really funny because there was this one of these followers of some fat balding guy, disinfo fucking clown loser who gives terrible financial advice and pretends he can analyze stocks and tells everyone he learned from Everything Money. Okay. Some guy who follows him pointed out, because I saw this comment. I saw he goes, oh look, he said Facebook pumping up. Oh, Facebook, look at it now. He didn't look at this chart. Okay, he didn't understand what a fucking pump and dump is. This is how stupid people are. They think, oh, well, look, you're wrong. Facebook's $500. Hey, dumbass, do you know what a fucking pump and dump is? You pump it and you dump it. You don't wait for 15 years. Okay? So you're talking about 40% within 2 weeks 40% within 2 weeks, or whatever that turns out to be. 45 to 2683. Call it 35 even. Okay? See that? FYI. So, anyway, wasn't going to talk about that, but there's always examples to point out the stupidity of people. So these types of scams are some of the things that you're going to see on these guys' videos. They're business partner with the scammers. Remember that. Everyone that's monetizing their channel is a business partner with ScamTube and the scammers who post ads. That is a fact. Okay? They're not your partner. They're there to fuck you. They're all scheming with YouTube and the scammers to fuck you. Here's another ad on Tom's channel.
$200 to invest right now. Click this link right here because I want to show you a clever new way to find low price stocks that could be on the verge of moving higher. It all starts with this little blue arrow right here. What you're looking at is a real...
What a fucking scam. Unbelievable. Let's go on now and talk about Mr. Gerber. I'm sorry. Mr. Steele is first. Bill Steele. So somebody asked about Bill Steele. Probably most of you don't know who he is. This is a clown who was making the circuits 10 years ago and before that, when the whole Federal Reserve conspiracy nonsense, I mean, it's still going around, but it was particularly prevalent during the peak of the gold pumping years. So Bill Steele's this guy who came out with this documentary a long time ago called Money Masters. Probably you've heard of Money Masters. And people had always asked me, well, what do you think about Money Masters? Have you seen Money Masters? And I'm like, I waste my time with this dog shit. Money Masters. It's like, I already know it's bullshit just by the title. Okay. So finally, I finally took a look at it a few years ago. And I just wanted to kind of tell you about Bill Steele and this Money Masters. So the Money Masters is a documentary, basically supposedly explains the history of money and where it began, how it started, and it talks about this, it talks about that. And actually, I did a couple of videos on this guy several years ago, and I looked at him on the site, and I had to, I can't post him. I have to censor it because I can't say a certain word, right? He doesn't say that word, but of course I'm saying, why aren't you saying the word? I mean, you're talking about these guys. I mean, why don't you tell us, kind of their background, this and that, right? But anyway, my point is this. So here's the documentary. It's 3.5 hours. That's why I've never watched this fucking load of shit. And so I guess it's produced by somebody else, Patrick Carmack, and narrated by Bill Steele. And so if you don't know Bill Steele, the last name, notice the last name if you can't figure it out. Mr. Steele is he's also related to all these other guys I've been talking about, by the way. The name is a giveaway if you don't know that. So here's a video here. And now apparently I think something happened to his channel. I think he rebooted it a couple of years ago. But let's listen to this. Now, I'm not sure, some of you probably know, isn't this Flynn guy? Isn't he like some rogue fucking, he's like going on these fucking speaking tours with these pro-Trump lunatics and just kind of going off the rails just to make money. I think he's become a scam artist. It's the same guy I'm thinking about. Anyway.
Obama in 2012. After 2 years at DIA, Flynn retired from the military after 31 years of meritorious service. I am positive that none of what you are about to hear
Jesus, I mean, he should be in a scary movie.
Could possibly have happened with General Flynn at the helm of DIA. For the entire month of July, Cerule is offering only to my listeners an unbelievable BOGO offer on not only Stem Enhance Ultra, but its two companion products, Cyactive and Plasma Flow. BOGO, of course, means buy one, get one free. These three products work synergistically to reverse the signs of aging. Stem Enhance.
So maybe some of you remember recently I said, look, people that are selling these supplements, these nutritional supplements, are fucking scammers. Okay? All of them. The whole supplements industry is a complete fucking fraud. And if you look at the people selling it, they're fucking scammers. All of them. And this has been going on for years. I mean, the kingpin is Alex Jones, Mike Adams, Joe Rogan. Okay? But people that, no, they work. No, they work. No, they fucking don't. I got degrees in fucking biochemistry. What are you talking about? Fucking taught biochemistry. I knew this shit a long time ago. It's a bunch of horse shit. Okay? You're talking 5%. 5% of the stuff is effective. And most of those are vitamins. But most people don't even need vitamins. Okay? Oh, there's a deficiency. Everyone has a vitamin D deficiency. That's all a load of horse shit, folks. A lot of disinformation out there. This is a perfect industry for charlatans because it doesn't fall under the regulatory guidelines of the FDA. So you can basically claim anything you want as long as you claim it, as long as you don't claim that it treats or prevents or cures a disease. So what do? Oh, this promotes healthy immune system. It promotes liver health, kidney health, you see, which implies to people that it's kind of like a medicine, you see. So that's an obvious sign. People that are selling nutritional supplements are absolute scam artists, disinformation fucking frauds. And typically you'll see these guys in the so-called alternative media pushing like Bigfoot conspiracies and alien invasions and shit like that. Okay? Because there's a whole crowd of fucking deranged people that just focus their lives on this shit. You know, fake moon landing and flat earth. Okay? That's people selling nutritional supplements are fucking scammers. Write that down. Okay? And you can see it here with Bill Still. So I wanted to show you that. So also just mention before we get in more to Bill Still and his money masters, I want to mention there's another guy. This is a guy who wrote this book, Creature from Jekyll Island. Okay, yeah. Probably a lot of you have heard of him. He's a fraud. Okay, and you know this is a guy. He makes the rounds in the conspiracy crap, gold pumping, but he actually plagiarized his book from Eustace Mullins, and he whitewashed it. How did he whitewash it? Well, he didn't really identify the cabal. You understand? He whitewashed it all. And he's a fraud. He sells he claimed like cancer can be cured from like vitamins or something. Of course, he was selling his nutritional shit as well. Absolute fucking fraud. Okay, just to tell you that. And you got a lot of people that follow this guy. This guy, Griffin, and Still to some extent, these guys are like the kingpins of the conspiratorial nutcases. The gold pumpers, the conspiracy people, you understand. Okay? And these people, they overlap with people like Ron Paul, Peter Schiff, these libertarian people. You see? Fucking scammers. So you can see the Still report. And he only has videos back from a couple of years ago, it looks like. So I guess either something happened to his channel. I don't know. Because he had a lot more, I'm sure he had a lot more followers than that. But, this guy, he's kind of fallen off. He's not even relevant in the conspiracy scene anymore. And so I just wanted to mention him. Let me show you, by the way, I've got one more thing on him. He was also pumping cryptocurrencies. You know, it's what you get with all these guys. They get attention in something, and then, you know, once they have their cult, all of a sudden they're experts in everything because they've got their stupid people that believe them. This happens with everybody. I saw it with Peter Schiff 15 years ago. People believed this guy, thought he was a sage, didn't realize he's a fucking investment disaster. And so Peter Schiff wants to talk about this and talk about, you know, so all of a sudden he's an expert in everything. Okay? When he's an expert in nothing. Right? Same thing with this guy. Folks, they got the crew. They're going to pitch. Kevin's doing it every day. He's got his cult. All he needs to do is keep focusing on horse shit to sell people. Because he's got the audience. You understand? So here's Bill Stills, the cryptocurrency he recommends.
Shit. A few days ago, I got a call from a guy on the development team of the latest in open source cryptocurrencies. It's called the Quark. Many of these guys worked on Bitcoin development and now, 4 years later, see the flaws and want to fix them and fix it so that it's more available in the public interest. They convinced me and I bought in.
Ultra kill. Unstoppable. Dominating. Killing spree.
I've thought this over for the last few days. Does this news story make me more like a pump and dump stock picker by doing a positive report on something I now personally own, Quark? But the other side is if I don't treat this like a news item, they convinced me and I bought in. It's just like playing an old penny stock, but one that has a much better chance of following Bitcoin's path upwards. In just the last few days, Quark has seen its price rise by 1,000%.
There you have it, folks. These guys are all frauds. It's so predictable. It's so important to be able to spot a con artist, a scam artist, a person that's just, you know, if you can spot them, you can save yourself a lot of money, a lot of hassle, and you can perhaps spot the whole gang. They hang out together, okay? So let's talk now about Mr. Gerber, Ross Gerber. Now, I didn't know who this fucking clown was, but looked a little bit around, and apparently he's getting a lot of publicity. For what? He's a fucking loser. He's an insurance salesman. He was an insurance salesman, and he opened up a financial advisory firm. And let's take a look here. This is a guy, he's a cryptocurrency pumper, okay? I've said it before, and I'll say it again. There's not a single credible financial professional who's ever going to recommend a cryptocurrency, okay? If they do, they're not credible at all. Absolutely not. That's fact. You can write it down. How we started. During the financial crisis, brand-name financial institutions destroyed the trust and squandered the savings of millions of Americans. In 2010, it was clear to Ross Gerber and Danilo Kawasaki, industry veterans and longtime friends, that a new paradigm for wealth and investment management was needed, and they were the people who could offer it. Oh, really? Did you predict the financial crisis? No, you fucking didn't. You were selling insurance. Fucking insurance salesmen. Fucking sleazy people, man. So this guy had nothing, and he gets promoted in the media. He's on CNBC every day. All these things, he gets business from that. I mean, why? Who is he? He's a nobody. But if you have the right last name, you're in. You're in. You're chosen. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, folks. Has nothing to do with your track record, how credible you are. They're going to tell you that you're credible. They're going to tell the audience. They're going to say how great you are, and they're going to make up shit. Okay? They do it all the time. Do it with all these guys. I mean, think about it. Don't they tell you how great, or I don't know about now, but telling you how great Peter Schiff is and how right he's been? Now they're telling you how Jeffrey Gunlock, oh, he's great, right? How about Jim Rogers? He's great, right? Take a look at their track record. The fucking disaster, okay? I've been documenting the track record of these fucking losers for years, man. Harry Dent, he's great. Okay. Once again, it's all about making sure to create dumb money. Okay? That's what they do. That's what the media does. That's how they make all their money. They get you suckers to be on the other side of the trade. That's how the media makes all the fucking money, along with Wall Street. You think YouTube is an alternative? You're fucking crazy. YouTube is 1 billion times worse. GK's goal is to identify growth companies positioned to benefit from transformative changes in our society. So you notice that? You see what's going on here? They copy Kathy Wood's little disruptive technology. Transformative changes. I mean, fucking con artists, whatever. So they got it. By the way, they have a ETF. Now, they claim they have like 2.3 billion under management. And I wanted to contact their office. I actually tried twice today, but nobody's there, apparently, what I was told. And I wanted to ask someone what percentage of those assets are in cryptocurrencies, you see? Because I have a feeling the majority of their assets are in cryptocurrencies, which I'm kind of baffled at as to what's going on with that. But anyway, certainly something's going on because they have one ETF, just one, and take a look at the net assets. It's 22 million. That seems kind of strange, doesn't it? If you've got 2.3 billion under management, how is it possible that you only have 22 million in an ETF? I mean, surely with all that money, all those clients, you can get these clients, to invest in the ETF just a little bit from several, right? That's pretty weird. And I'm not talking, it has nothing to do with the performance, because you could still, I'm telling you, with 2.3 billion, you could at least make this thing 150 million. Okay, easily. Now let's take a look at the performance. The geniuses, insurance salesmen. Some tells it's going to look like one of Peter Schiff's funds, or Jeffrey Gundlach, or one of Jim Rogers' commodities funds. Okay, since inception, here we go. Take a look at inception. Okay, so you're down. This would probably be a NASDAQ. Pretty sure. So there you have it, folks. Just another example, Why are you going to pay these parasites a fee when they can't even come close to the NASDAQ, which is, I'm sure, the comparable index? Let's take a look at the holdings. He sold out of his Tesla position. He jumps all over NVIDIA after it soared, right? Yeah, this is a NASDAQ is the benchmark here. See, he has Novo Nordisk. I mean, he's window dressing is what he's doing. Okay, it's what he's doing. If you're going to have a stock, dude, Eli Lilly over Novo Nordisk, but, you're a clown. So, underperform. Okay, great. Only 20 million. I guess people don't want to lose money. So you all know Brian Sozzi. I did a video on him showing you his past. His comrades at Yahoo they like to tell him, oh, he's a former analyst. And I showed you he wasn't. They call him a Wall Street analyst. He was a fucking pseudo analyst, a fake analyst at a boiler room. Charles Payne off of Fox Business. The big black dude, his boiler room, which, that guy, I think he's kind of the face guy. And I think there's a lot of parasites behind him. You can look into that. But that's what kind of analyst experience this guy has, by the way. So he's going to interview Ross, right? Telling you why he's going to dump his stock. Of course, now, if you don't know Gerber, he's been on this rampage against Elon Musk recently, And it's kind of bizarre because Elon Musk did some questionable things several years ago. I'll get into that here shortly. So here you go. Elon Musk. Elon Musk says he can't even tell he's an idiot. And that's, I have to believe Elon Musk is absolutely correct. Ross Gerber has Dunning-Kruger. He's so stupid he doesn't realize how stupid he is. Okay? And so, of course, Gerber only gets involved against Musk, trashing Musk. When? Well, when Musk starts making comments agreeing with statements made on Twitter about the so-called Great Replacement. In fact, let me go ahead and I think Musk's, I don't want to say it. I'll just go ahead and show you here. Yeah, so CNN reports this. So my point is that this is when Musk starts coming out with these claims, right? He agrees with these people writing stuff on X. That's when Gerber starts trashing Musk. You see? See that? Now, so what am I talking about Musk having reckless behavior prior to that? Well, remember, Musk publicly smoked a joint on Joe Rogan back in, 2018, 2019? It was okay back then. Ross Gerber didn't have a problem with Musk back then. I mean, that's pretty damn reckless to me, don't you think? So my point is Gerber is trashing Musk for political reasons. And of course, Gerber's, he's, that's what's going on. It's kind of like Bill Ackman doing his thing, going against all these students, trying to make sure they never get a job because they support, they have a political position that Bill Ackman doesn't want to be forwarded. You understand what's going on, right? So that alone makes Gerber just a complete piece of trash and a loser. Okay? And then take a look at this. Apparently, he said the FDIC does not exist. It doesn't exist. Kind of reminds me, it's a fantasy. Kind of reminds me of Mike Maloney, the Robert Kiyosaki's partner, the gold and silver pumper, the fucking uneducated, illiterate clown making stupid conspiracy videos. Mike Maloney, who says that, the dollar doesn't exist. It's just in your fantasy. It doesn't exist. It's just fictional. So you have a guy here, a financial advisor, who's telling people that the FDIC doesn't exist. It's a fantasy. Does that sound responsible to you? I mean, would you want to invest in anything this guy is handling if he thinks this way, right? Of course, this goes to his cryptocurrency pumping side. So he's kind of playing the Peter Schiff there, right? Where Peter Schiff will state all kinds of ridiculous, untrue things about the economy, about the dollar, about gold, right? Is a way to pump gold. And then he, on the other hand, he has stocks that he sells and funds that he sells that have stocks in them. So which is it? I mean, if fiat currencies are going to zero, why are you selling stocks? I mean, stocks will go to zero, won't they? Right? So these guys, they want to play both sides. Would you trust someone like that? No. Either you're a delusional cryptocurrency idiot or you're going to sell securities. You can't do both. If you do both, you're an obvious fucking shyster. Okay? So this guy, this Gerber, he's so egotistical. He thinks he's somebody. He tried to get on the board of Tesla. Like, he had this big, long, I want to get on the board. Just because he's got media fucking exposure, which, once again, ask yourself why he's got media exposure. Why? Because his last name is Gerber. That's why. Okay? That's the only reason why. And I'm saying this because, folks, we're talking about a media mafia that promotes selective people. They discriminate against other people, and they promote people who are not qualified, and those people become very wealthy, even though they're fucking idiots, even though they steer the audience into the gutter. This is a huge problem. You never hear anyone talk about that. And in fact, if you're going to talk about it and you point to the specific designation of this mafia, you're going to be called a racist. And I can't say the word because then that will give it away who I'm talking about. You understand? Who's right? I'm right. Got it? You can't even say it because you know who runs ScamTube. Let me tell you, folks, you're living in fucking fear. You're supposed to be living in a free country. If you're living in the West, it's supposed to be a free country. When you can't even talk about the group that's fucking everything up because they control everything, you're not in a free country. You're not free. Okay? You're a fucking slave. You're held captive. Don't fucking forget that. Ever. You got it? It's pretty clear to me that meet Kevin Pathrath. He is dealing with Gerber. He is kind of modeling things after Gerber. In other words, Gerber is just creating shit. Gerber is just a PR guy, right? He just wants PR. Kevin does a lot of shit for PR, right? These guys, they're both the same. They're both scumbag scammers. Write it down. That's why they associate with each other. That's why Gerber was part of Kevin's Millionaire Symposium. I actually called up Gerber's firm a while back, and I said, look, does Gerber know? I think he does know who Kevin is. He's associated with Kevin. Kevin has a drinking problem. Kevin's a scam artist. Gerber is doing something very foolish by partnering with Kevin. His business is vulnerable now. In fact, let me go ahead and play. This is the new video I just posted. I forgot. I thought I posted a long time ago.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We got Kevin. Meet Kevin, Kevin Pathrath, a scam artist, liar, fraud, investment idiot, parasite, who's announcing another scam he's got. Millionaire Symposium. He's going to make you a millionaire. He's going to teach you the tricks to becoming a millionaire in 3 days. Complete lie, scam, fraudster. This guy is a parasitic scumbag piece of garbage exploiting stupid, naive, desperate people. Let's listen.
I'm so excited to announce the Millionaire Symposium. Hey everyone, Meet Kevin here.
You're always excited to announce anything that you're charging money for because you're a scam artist and you know you're talking to a bunch of idiots on your YouTube channel.
3-day event, we want to teach you how to go from zero to millionaire, whether it's stocks, crypto, finance, real estate, you name it.
You name it, he's going to do it. You name it, whatever you...
By the way, you hear that? Whether it's stocks, real estate. I mean, if you don't realize he's a fucking fraud, con man, scammer by that bullshit delivery, you're a dummy. Stocks, real estate, nah, fucking con man.
You name it.
You name it, he's going to do it. You name it. Whatever you want to invest in, he's going to teach you from zero to millionaire. 3 days. Sorry, that's by definition a scam. You're not God. You're the opposite. I call you the devil. You're the devil. You're a disgusting, scamming, parasitic, evil devil. Irrespective of your fake, howdy-doody smile and your bogus, upbeat, scammy demeanor, which is what con men do, most con men anyway. You're a scammer.
In this 3-day event, we want to show you the strategies for going from zero to millionaire, investing in real estate or whatever your preference is. We're going to have various different speakers, starting with Ross Gerber from Gerber Kawasaki.
Okay, so let's take a look here. Ross Gerber from Gerber Kawasaki. So, Mr. Gerber.
Ben Mala. I mean, this guy, Ben, he looks like he's ready to do a drug deal or something. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, look at this guy, dude. What's with the shades and the? Wow.
Let's take a look at Ross Gerber. What does he do? So here we have this firm, and this is pretty shocking to me. Mr. Gerber, let me give you a little reminder here. So he's claiming to have over $2 billion in assets under management. This is a little disturbing. Why? Because he's got a lot to lose. So, Mr. Gerber, let me go out right now and tell you what's going on. You're partnering with Meet Kevin, okay, in this millionaire symposium. And you know Meet Kevin. You know what he's been involved in. He was selling unregistered securities through FTX. He promoted the FTX Ponzi scheme. He's a serial scam artist. You're associating with this guy. Therefore, you know, the apple never falls from the tree. Birds of a feather always flock together. Why would you do this? Because I think right now, any clients of yours, you're associating yourself with this scammer, Meet Kevin. Folks, if you're involved with Ross Gerber, his funds, his firm, I suggest you transfer your assets. This guy cannot be trusted. He's partnering with a scammer. I wouldn't trust Ross Gerber. I would assume him to be a dishonest scammer. He's hanging with a dishonest scammer. Why would someone honest hang with a scammer? Why would he do this? I would not trust this guy. Okay? I advise you to move your assets immediately. Ross Gerber, boy, you're making a big mistake, buddy. And I don't know why you do this. You're pretty stupid, I would say, to be doing this.
So you can see here, I found this on his company's ADV Part 2. Take a look. Interesting, huh? Mr. Gerber is a part owner in the board of directors of Kevin's house hack bullshit. You see? I think it's pretty obvious. Gerber, and you know, I haven't even looked too much at the guy, but it's clear to me, bullshit artist, con man. Would not trust this guy at all. Promoting cryptocurrencies, making stupid crackpot statements, dealing with fucking Kevin. I mean, what kind of financial advisor does this? This is fucking bizarre. And if you have a lot of clients and a big business, it's nothing but liability. Nothing but liability. And I'm telling you right now, folks, if anybody out there who's with this fucking bullshit firm, you lose any money, guess what? You can associate the activities of Mr. Gerber and the firm with Meet Kevin. Okay? Think about that one. Maybe I'll look into this Gerber fucker more. I haven't really looked into him too much. It's just pretty obvious. The apple never falls far from the tree.
Real estate's freaking easy because I look at this stuff and I go, I know what to do. Stocks, I don't know. So don't ever expect Meet Kevin to sell you a stock investing course.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for considering this program on Mastering Your Money. You're here because you want to grow your net worth. At least that's what I'm guessing, because who doesn't want a larger net worth?
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge.
Getting out of that paycheck to paycheck trap, and maybe even retiring early? Well,
this is for the house, the car, the boat, the RV.
Do you feel like you are on a mission?
This guy makes me so sick. It's disgusting. And then, of course, you see Gerber is associated with the typical, right? Real Vision. Remember Real Vision? Raoul Pal. Real Vision's a fucking scam. Raoul Pal's a scammer and a fucking liar and a disaster. Of course, you know, you get, folks, once again, the apple never falls far from the tree. All you got to do, just to take a look at Real Vision, just go on the channel, take a look at the people that are interviewed. And I guarantee you, almost all of them are fucking scammers. Take a look. I mean, it's just obvious. Same thing, you know, Brian Rose, Patrick Bet David, Joe Rogan, okay? Hopefully you saw the video that I released yesterday on explaining the dark web internet scammers, how they all work, right? How they're all connected. There's three parts to that. Next one's being released soon, and the other one soon after that.
Hey, quick note before we get into the financial advice portion. We now have an opportunity for you to get the complete financial advice library of financial advice videos that we've made for other paying financial advice customers. Now, obviously, your access to the library is not financial advice for you, and you're not getting their personal financial information. The videos that we make for the clients are based on our conversations and interviews with them to try to get to the bottom of what's the most important thing for them to do next at their stage of wealth and in their life to start getting ahead to financial freedom. The cool thing...
This is all a bunch of bullshit. This guy is such a fucking con artist. He needs to be sued and taken down hard. He's such a fucking fraud. He's such a fucking fraud. Folks, let me tell you something. None of these guys are ever going to beat the market. None of them. None of them. You're best off buying the S&P. If you don't have a competitive advantage, and none of these guys are all salesmen. They're all a fucking joke. Okay? Buy the index and forget it. Your dreams of getting rich and not working ain't going to happen. You're going to lose all your fucking money. All these, the trading, all these trading guys as well, they're all bullshit artists. They're all scam artists. I'm telling you right now, there's nobody. You show me somebody right now. Let's go. Name somebody. Go ahead and type it. Let's go. Name somebody. Come on. They're all fucking scammers. Everybody who promotes trading is a scam artist. That's all a lie. Okay? In fact, I was going to show you, I talked about Martin Weiss, right? You all don't know Martin Weiss. Martin Weiss is the guy I exposed 17 years ago, 16 years ago. And he's the guy that got me banned from Google AdSense because he spent too much money with Google. And I didn't say anything other than what happened. He was sued by the SEC. That's right. That's when I realized the media is all fucking bought off. Fucking criminal. Jesus. Here's this guy, this piece of fucking garbage. So, as a part of the settlement from the SEC, they made Weiss actually post his returns, his record on his trading systems, his trading newsletters or whatever. He had like 10 or 12 different strategies. And I have the records. I kid you not. I couldn't believe how bad it was. I mean, I don't even know how it's possible to do that bad. We're talking like 60, 70, 80, 90, 100% losses on everything. And so now, of course, most recently, Weiss, who's been in this game of scamming people for a long time, of course, he's in the crypto game now. You may have heard of him from the cryptocurrency. Complete disaster. Complete fraudster. Disaster. Okay? But here, money in markets. That's one of Weiss's. Take a look at the great interest rate explosion of 2010 to 2011. Okay, interest rates didn't fucking go up. They stayed at close to zero. You dumbass, for a long time. Anyway, all these people promoting trading, folks, they're all liars. They're all liars. They're all frauds. Felix and Friends, by the way, he claims that you can earn 30% per month, 360% per year. Think about that. Okay? Make him the richest person in the world within a few years, probably. Do the math. Right? All these guys promote stock trading, promote Forex trading, promote options trading, they're full of shit. All of them. They're parasites. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Show me somebody, first and foremost, who has the credentials. Who has the true credentials. Don't believe all the bullshit. They lie about everything. Show me someone truly credible. Okay? Right? That's the first hurdle right there. You're not going to get past the first hurdle. There's nobody. All these guys, they're a bunch of fucking clowns. Okay? If you're gonna show a trading, if you're gonna sell some trading alert system or whatever, you post your fucking record. Okay? Audited, third party audited. You posted everything. Nobody posts anything. Why? Sometimes you'll have guys that post fake stuff. It's all fake. Because most people are too stupid to realize that it's fake. Right? Like Chris Camillo, whatever. That fucking clown that's teamed up with Kevin. He's got some bullshit statement that I called him out on 10 years ago. His audited statement, there's nothing there. All it says is, it was audited. That's all it is. There's no statement there. It just shows totals. That's it. You want to see every fucking transaction. You understand? Every transaction. I don't want to see the fucking beginning and the ending balance. Okay? I'm telling you. So, and there's other things as well. I'm not gonna reveal it, but there's a couple of other ways as well to make sure proof positive. You see, these guys won't ever go up against someone who knows what's going on. They know they can fool you people. Okay, most of you people they can fool. They know this. There's plenty of games out there, plenty of tricks. Like I said before, even today, they can pretend like they're trading live when they're not. You won't know the difference. You see? Let's take a look at this airhead. This fraudster. I mean, who would fall for this fraud? She's absolute fraud. Okay.
How much money?
I mean, look at she's got the screens. She's a fraud. She's an absolute.
How much money do day traders
Annoying as hell. You're annoying. Shut your mouth.
make? Is trading a real career?
No, it's selling the dream. Notice the screens in the background, folks. Is somebody going to fucking do something? Is somebody going to start their channels, start websites, post all this shit? I'm not going to be around forever. I'm not going to be doing this shit. Somebody's got to take the fucking lead. Remember, YouTube is allowing all this shit. YouTube, I forgot to mention, by the way, I was thinking about this the other day. You know how many people you got on YouTube running fake donations, living off donations? Go fraud me, right? A scam company. So many people. And there's people on YouTube, a lot of people. Help the children. I'm going to go over them in the future. Okay? There's quite a few of them. You can just take a look here and see now she's interviewing. She's in the business of interviewing promoting more of these fucking scammers. So she's getting paid now by these scammers to promote them. You see? That's what's going on. You got it? You got it? Now she's got 1.25 million subscribers. And so now she got enough people to get paid to promote these fucking con artists, these other trading con artists. And she's selling her fucking course. Are you fucking kidding me? You fucking kidding me? Tim Sykes, I think she's promoted him as well. There you go. This fucking guy's a fraud. He's an absolute fucking fraud scammer. These people, they're not used to coming across a big swinging fucking dick. They're used to coming across you people. These people are all fucking frauds. Every single one of them. Another little Tim Sykes fraudster here. Folks, this whole rabbit hole goes very fucking deep. I'm starting to see a lot more now, by the way. You even have these websites that rate these people. It's fucking fraud. trading, what is it? Tradingschools.org, complete fucking scam site. The fucking guy is a convicted felon who takes money. He takes money from people to rate them. Okay? Give them good ratings. I'm telling you, folks, all these people promoting trading are it's a fucking criminal organization, as far as I'm concerned. They're all fucking criminals. Criminally insane scam artists. Something's got to be done. Something has to be fucking done. Once again, without the stupid people out there, these fuckers wouldn't exist. Okay? Their channels wouldn't exist. And as I said, they know where to go. ScamTube is the largest portal of stupid fucking people in the world. You people hanging out on YouTube, guess what? You're part of the stupidest fucking people in the world. Okay? This is designed. It's designed to lure in the dummies. And it's designed to make you fucking stupid. It's a poisonous, disastrous fucking platform. It's very toxic. I say get the fuck off. It's a toxic, criminally insane platform that wants to fuck you. That's the goal of YouTube, to fuck you. You understand? That's the goal of these content creators. They don't give a shit about you. Their goal is to make money, to get views. They don't care. They put you in harm's way. They don't care. You got it? All of them. Wake the fuck up. Wake some people up. Do something.